My name is Evelyn Gonzalez. I am 23 now and I live in San Jose, California. My dad was alcoholic. He did drugs. So we were constantly moving. We also had to go through a lot of stuff. He left us without money sometimes. We saw a lot of violence, a lot of domestic violence. I think from that, like not having any positive influences or role models pushed me to kind of follow the same footsteps as my dad. Well, as a minor, I did become involved with like gangs, so I was always around them because those are the only kids that you see around roaming because they have the same life. I was pretty wild, but I got incarcerated, and when I found out I was pregnant, that was like my turning point. So that's where I kind of stopped and turned my whole life around. My challenges was always, coming in front of old acquaintances, and I still live in the same neighborhood that I grew up in. So that was one of my biggest challenge. I would say living where I was living too sometimes because I don't have like the best positive family. So sometimes, the problems there will affect me a lot emotionally. I'll get depressed and just, close myself so much. So that was another challenge as a whole. My son's name Matthew Gonzalez, and he is 7. My whole pregnancy, I was incarcerated. It was hard. It was the worst. I spent a lot of time in the self-reflection. After I had him, like I was on a roll. I finished school. I graduated on time, even though I hardly even went to high school. So I catched up pretty quickly, did extra work. At the meantime, I will work in the morning. At Macy's, I was working full time. And when you grow up poor and in a Latino community, you don't talk about college. You don't see yourself in college. It's just like you don't have money, you won't go. So when they tell me you want to go to college, I'm like, well, I don't got money. There's no way I'm gonna go. So what we do in my culture, we just work. That's it. The way that I heard about Teen Success was through my probation officer. Teen Success called me and they told me about it. I said, let me try it and see what happens. My relationship with the Teen Success staff, it's I think pretty strong. It was just like if they were, your tia, your mom, so it felt like warm vibes, it's like, oh, they're so genuine, so caring, and then you could see the passion in them and their willingness to help us young moms. They would see the potential in you, and for that, it made you feel good. They have supported me tremendously, especially because as a dreamer, I can't really just get I could get a good job, but they won't accept me because I'm not born here. But so I feel like for me, it's just a blessing, and the tuition, the scholarships. If it wasn't for that, where am I getting money to go to school? So it has supported me in that aspect, and so I can keep going, I don't have to stop. I don't have to cut my education because they're there to help me and back me up financially. Teen Success just offers, like I said, so much help in so many areas for women like us, young mothers. So for me, it's like a life coach, and anywhere I go, if they ask me what has helped you get here, it's always Teen Success that I always bring up for sure. I think what I'm most proud of, because of my good grades, I was accepted to kind of my dream school. That was like a dream. So they tell me you get accepted to Santa Clara University, and I'm like, oh, okay, and then you either go there because you're rich, it's a private school, or because you're really, really smart. And I had friends that tried to get in there and they could pay for it, but they don't get accepted. So I'm just like, why did they accept me? I'm just like, they didn't even know I was gonna have money to pay for that. The one that I always remain involved in would be YC, which is a partnership between Fresh Lifelines for Youth, that's down the street, and Juvenile Probation Department. So what we do there, we hold orientations for the new youth who deliberately got put on probation. And then I also share my story to influence them to make better decisions and to successfully finish probation. We get to have part in community councils and meetings. So I did got or won the award, which is Teresa Guerrero-Daley Award, which is for a young mother who's passionate about education and social justice. So when first Becca told me about it, I'm like, yeah, thank you for thinking about me. And so that's me. I think that just defines who I am. I love education and never have enough of it. Plus social justice, it's in my blood. I think that's my calling. That's what I just love doing. I'm really thankful and grateful for them because that also helped me kind of feel more confident about myself, feel better about myself. So yeah, I wanted to say a big shout out and thank you to Teen Success for that. I do see myself in 5 years probably doing law school. I don't know. I feel like that's my calling. In 20 years, I do hope that I'm involved in some type of state or national politics. I do hope that I get to have a seat, in our politics. So that's where I see myself in probably, let's say, like 15 years. I used to feel like a victim, or they would hurt me emotionally, mentally, and now it's like I'm kind of proud because now I feel like I can overcome any obstacle because I'm okay. Well, I've been through worse, so what's up,